to Wonderland. Welcome. Good morning. Fantastic day on Park. That's right. Damn the torpedoes. We're going in. That's right. Into the Valley of Death we rode. Richard, your optimism becomes you. Nonetheless. Now it's starting to get warmed up a little bit. Day 6, Yellowstone National Park sightseeing. Enjoy a full day tour of Yellowstone National Park. Highlights include the world's most extraordinary collection of geysers, hot springs, and bubbling mud pools. The Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone River with its thundering waterfalls, Yellowstone Lake, endless forests, and the famous Old Faithful geyser which erupts almost every hour. Look out. Couple things while I'm thinking of them. Please, please, please. We will be on geyser basins today. Old Faithful for sure. Mud pots. I'm also hoping to get to the lower geyser basin for a nice little walk. Be mindful that you should stay on those walks. Also be mindful that those boards sometimes are pulled up a little bit. They've been sitting out in the weather all winter. Nails might be pulled up. And I've actually seen, I saw a buffalo, a bison if you will, put its front hoof right through one of those wood planks at the next place that we're stopping at Mud Pots. So, the other thing is, don't go putting your hands and feet in those pools, okay? Some of them are hot, very hot, and I don't care if there are a bunch of buffalo chips there, and you see the buffalo, the bison footprints, they have hide that is far thicker and far able to deal with temperatures, hot temperatures, extreme temperatures. Then I'm sorry to put this way, a human being's fragile, pathetically fragile, and sensitive skin. So, just bear that in mind. I'm going to try one more time with this. Did anybody miss are they missing a little spring mechanism? Maybe hanging off one of their jacket or their bag? Okay, it's gone. It's gone, gone, gone. So, a fantastic day on Par for you folks today. I'm glad you all made it. I was afraid some people were going to get afraid and hide in their little cabins because it was snowing out. Instead, you're out and about. We have some folks that may wish to dine this evening in the restaurant. Are there some folks that may wish to dine in the restaurant this evening? Okay, I'm going to hand around a reservation sheet. I'm going to write it up in a little bit. I'll give them a call. We have 3 tables of 4 at 6:15, 1 table of 4 at 6:30, 1 table of 4 at 6:45, and 1 table of 6 at 7 o'clock. So I'll write that up and we'll hand around the sheet. We've gone through the alternatives. I'll go through them again later when we're at Old Faithful because that's when you'll probably start thinking, jeepers, I'm going to be hungry tonight. What am I going to eat? One other thing we need to cover right now. In Billings, we have a You're Invited dinner. We're going to go hang around with some cowboys in Montana. We have to drive away from the hotel during the evening. Is there anybody who would like some sort of vegetarian alternative because they are cowboys? You'll never guess what they'll serve tomorrow night. Steak. Steak, 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 and steak. It's kind of like Monty Python with spam, 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 and spam. It's like a steakity steak, steakity steak. Yes. 1 vegetarian. 2, 3. Anybody else? I'm sorry?
I want meat.
It's steak or the alternative? You would like the alternative?
Excuse me. What is the alternative?
Tell her that she's going to be out with cowboys for once in her life to eat a steak.
Okay, steak.
All right, no worries. Another one? 5 non-stakers. Okay, we had sleepers and floaters, now we have non-stakers. Fair enough. That's 6. 6 now. Okay, going once, going twice. 6 it is. Every time I sit down, someone's going to say,
Sorry.
no, it's all good. Just having fun. It's all fun. Yeah, exactly. Watch it now, Richard.
You got another Richard behind.
I know. Richard II.
Oh no.
Which one's Richard the Lionhearted?
This one.
He's dead.
And as you notice, of course, as you will notice, there's going to be snow on these planks. They're wood planks. Some of them are plastic, that sort of recycled sort of material that they put together. Some of you may have them on your decks. So they may be slippery, especially with the snow and when they're wet. So please, please be careful when you're going out and about. And if you're nervous about it, just go out and enjoy what you can enjoy. Take a little look, take in the fresh air, enjoy the snow. There you go, we're starting to see the Yellowstone River. 650 miles of wild river. If you are fortunate and you pay attention, you may see river otter there. I have tried to get out of the coach before when I've spotted river otter on this river. And I can tell you, when you pull the coach, by the time you get about 3 people out, those river otter are under and long gone. They don't hang around like the aquarium playing for you and frolicking in the snow. I have to tell you, a lot of snow here, and usually this area where we're driving from here on up through Mo Volcano, up through Hayden Valley, is usually full of bison. In fact, a lot of the time they're on the road. But I just talked to a gentleman yesterday. He said he was there for 2 hours and saw nothing. Zero. That's probably part of the reason they were down valley, because of the snow. They were down there seeking some forage. But hopefully we shall see them at some point. Come on, look at this Christmas trees everywhere. Isn't this pretty? Fantastic. If you're from Australia, maybe you're ecstatic about this, and you're from the Northeast or the Midwest, you're probably thinking, what the heck is going on here?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'll take the snow or the rain any day. Oh no, I won't say any day. Not tomorrow. We need to get over the pass. Turn this into a Turkish bath. I know, you have to hit the balance there. You'll get it after a bit.
Get it on the wall.
So this is usually for the bison.
Okay, as we mentioned yesterday, you folks are on the caldera. 30 by 45 miles. Caldera is Spanish for cauldron. Basically, it's a gigantic, huge, collapsed crater. Blew off millions of years ago. The first time, so it's 2 million years ago, 1.5 million years ago, and the last major eruption at Yellowstone was 640,000 years ago. This park has all 4 major geothermal features. I'll give you a moment to think through it mentally. What would those be? Yesterday you had a little walk. You can run through them in your mind. Hot springs, mud pots or paint pots, as they are called. Geysers and fumaroles. A fumarole can be a mud pot early in the spring when you have all this water and melt, and then later it can be a fumarole. It dries up, the mud dries up. We quite often see bison right in here. You can see all the trails and everything. You can even see the wallows in places, although they'll be a bit muddy right now. They've been around because you can see the trails, the game trails. So we may see them at the hot springs. You'll also notice all these trees, and you may have noticed them everywhere. They're torn to pieces on the outside, the bark. That's usually one of 2 things. Bison scratching themselves, sometimes their heads, sometimes their sides of their bodies. Also elk. Elk have their antlers. The antlers are made of keratin, just like your fingernails, and they come with a velvet. And they take those antlers. I think this one you'll be able to go straight in here. Oh, not in. It's easier just to go that way, but yeah. It's a nice corner coming back here. I think after your practice, you should be all right. Anyways, this is the Mud Volcano area. We are going to do a short walk here. You can go look at the Dragon's Mouth Spring and the Mud Cauldron. And Sulphur Cauldron's up the street a little bit, and you can see the sign for it about 100 yards up. That is, for lack of a better, okay, we'll call it the most sulfuric, or the most sulfurous feature of any geothermal feature in the park. Basically, that means that it stinks the most. Okay? Here, the spaces are black. This guy's a clown. You get the spaces go like this. See what I mean? Yeah. Oh, they have it blocked off. Hold on a second here. It's all blocked off. They must have wildlife up here. We're going to keep rolling. It doesn't make any sense. This is the walk that we do right here to see those 2 features. It's blocked up. It doesn't make any sense to stop here. It's blocked all the way across. They must have some grizzly action through here, would be my guess. Sorry about the false alarm. If you want to go out, and we can stop at the Sulphur Cauldron, you can get a good whiff of it. Okay, we'll stop there. A few people do. They just didn't get enough eggs or quiche this morning. So we just stop up the road a little bit, and you can take a look down and read the signs, because it is interesting. So just stop for 10 minutes or so, take a look at that. Now today, just to let you know, we're going to be making a goodly number of stops. I know it's difficult to trust somebody else, but try to trust me today. We're going to try to mass up our time for a few features. One of them will be Mammoth Springs and our walk there, and the second, of course, will be Old Faithful. So we have to watch our clock so we can get back in time later today for dinner, but also so we have a good variety, and you do have a good variety. So that's the reason I'll tell you this much time or that much time. I'm looking at the big picture. Plus, we have the unpredictability of whether we're going to see some wildlife today or not. Can you pull open this just on the right side here? Okay. Pull up as far as you can up on the right there. Yeah, right near the rocks there would be beautiful. Anybody who wants to go get a good whiff of the most sulfuric, in other words, stinkiest feature in the national park, walk right up there. You can clear the sign with your hands. It's actually fascinating. It talks about the bacteria and everything. We'll talk a bit about the bacteria later. You adventurous souls, let's go out and get a good whiff. You only live once. Clear the olfactory lobes.
Going to leave your bag here. I'll get this right back on.
Yeah. That's a good one.